Good morning and good afternoon, all you Valley sports fans out there. If you're walking into work or if you're walking into school, I hope you have a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride going on within yourself after what we saw week 1 against the Tennessee Titans. The Arizona Cardinals put up a show and all the national media is talking about it. Today, what we're going to talk about is 5 things that we learned after week 1. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Roll that intro. Welcome back into another video of the AZ Sports Fan here. We are here to talk about the aftermath of what we saw against the Tennessee Titans after the week 1 matchup from our Arizona Cardinals. But before we get started, do me one big favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. I want to go ahead and give a big shout out to all the new subscribers that have come onto this channel. There was easily an extra 200 subscribers that came in within the recent week. Welcome in, and thank you so much for subscribing. Without further ado, let's go and just jump right into the topic here, guys. I want to go ahead and give you my top 5 things that we learned after week 1 versus the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals matchup. Let's first start off with the defense. Huge shout out to our defense and what they can become if we continue to play like we played. I don't know if there was a culture change. I don't know if it's Budda Baker, emerging into a leader. Now, we all know that Budda Baker is not one of those raw type of guys, but he is those guys that lead by example. And with what we've seen with the young core coming in with Zaven Collins, Marco Wilson, and even Isaiah, Simmons. I'm going to go ahead and loop him in there as well just because this is second year. I get it, but I still consider him as one of the young cores. But they're playing very physical. And what I mean by that is they're not afraid to tackle. They'll put their head down, their nose down, and really make that tackle so the other team doesn't get that, extra yard or two. And that's kind of something that we've been missing in not only our defense, but just as our team in general, watching from this last 5 years of this Arizona Cardinal team. That physicality is something that I love to see. And honestly, I welcome it. I absolutely welcome it because our defense can be elite. I promise you, if we can remain healthy and we keep playing the way that we're playing, sky's the limit for our defense. Now, point number 2 that I want to talk about is going to be something very simple. I'm not going to spend any more than a minute. Chandler Jones. Pay the man. I don't know how else to say this, Arizona Cardinal, organization, front office. You need to pay him. I know that when he got his game ball, take a look at Chandler Jones's face. Or even when he's in the sideline, or whenever he's doing this whole, celebration when it comes down to, celebrating with his teammates. He knows what he wants, he knows what he can do, and he just put up a clinic, and he put up 5 sacks on the Tennessee Titans. Pay the man his money. I don't want to see him go to any other team. I don't care what we have to do. You need to make sure that you pay Chandler Jones and retain him as a member of the Arizona Cardinals. He's one of those very few players out there that as he gets older, he gets wiser, he gets stronger, he gets more hungry and wants to go for greatness. Pay the man. Point number 3, it's going to have to talk about Christian Kirk. I want to go ahead and make sure I give him kudos. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Christian Kirk. I've been one of those people that, always kind of, said some negative things about Christian Kirk, but he's honestly arisen into being a very good, wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, granted, I'm not going to go ahead and, jump on a building and say Christian Kirk is here, but honestly, Christian Kirk has really showed up this game for the Arizona Cardinals. Where I thought that type of production was going to come from AJ Green, it didn't. Christian Kirk had 2 very awesome catches from, Kyler Murray to himself. One of them was a very nice teardrop type of pass from Kyler Murray over to Christian Kirk, caught it up, amazing. Another one was a pass that he basically contorted his body to make sure he caught that ball, which was another beautiful pass from Kyler Murray. So Christian Kirk is arising to becoming the player that we've all wanted to see from, Christian Kirk, but we need to see it in a consistent basis. Now, I said this on my live yesterday. We don't need to see 2 touchdowns each game. Like, that's kind of something too much to ask for a player or wide receiver or anything like that. We don't need to see 2 touchdowns. If we could somehow get the yardage and the production that we've seen in week 1, man, sky's the limit for this offense, especially if we have DeAndre Hopkins doing what he's doing, Christian Kirk's doing what he's doing, and maybe we can start seeing AJ Green a little bit more throughout the entirety of the season. But Christian Kirk is rising to becoming maybe the number 2 for the future. Who knows? I know he's going up for a contract year. He wants to get extended, maybe not with the Cardinals, but really showing his talents to the NFL. So I'm excited to see how the Arizona Cardinals are going to maneuver the cap space, because not only Chandler Jones wants to get paid, Christian Kirk wants to get an extension, and we also need to think about Kyler Murray as well, trying to get an extension from the Arizona Cardinals. So a lot to unfold. Obviously, we'll see what happens from the front office. All right, and point number 4 that I want to go over is Kyler Murray had a freaking show this last Sunday. Now all the national people out there, all the national people are saying good things about Kyler Murray. He was doing some things that I've been dying for him to do, kind of like you were playing Madden. There was one specific play that he basically ran around the whole entire defensive line, making them look very, very silly. And on the left-hand side, you saw Rondale Moore catching at least a 15-plus yard catch, and that was absolutely amazing. That's not even to mention when Kyler Murray ran out of the pocket to the right-hand side and threw the ball to the end of the end zone, and we got, DeAndre Hopkins basically toe tapping in and getting a touchdown. Just amazing throws. We're seeing this chemistry with these wide receivers, that this is the type of stuff that we wanted to see. Kyler Murray in his 3rd year is looking and playing like an MVP, and I promise you guys, you will start seeing a lot of national eyes, a lot of national attention if he continues what he did in week 1. 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and over 270 plus yards receiving. It's absolutely crazy. I want to see this week in and week out. Maybe not the 5 total touchdowns, but if we can get consistently 3 to 4 touchdowns, I would be absolutely super excited about it, guys. So Kyler Murray playing like an MVP, maybe we might be able to get one of those on our team. And last point I want to talk about here, key point number 5, is going to be the fact that, hey, the NFC West are all 1-0 as of right now. So it's completely open. Can the Arizona Cardinals make a run for the division? As of right now, we do have the Vikings coming up right next. So we need to take care of business and make sure we start off 2-0 going into the season. But this is going to be an absolutely tight race to the finish line, and the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers are not going to make it easy for the Arizona Cardinals. But like I said earlier, if we continue to play like we're playing, sky is the limit for this Arizona Cardinal team. So can we make a run for the division? As long as we take care of what we need to take care of, we might see a division win for our Arizona Cardinals. But let's get past week 1, get past week 2. Maybe by mid-season, we'll start talking about really, can we make a run for the division? But we are playing like we are going for the playoffs. Full steam ahead for this Arizona Cardinal team, guys. Let me know what you guys think. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Put everything on the comments below. All right, guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'm out. Thank you.